the financial model for controller to go through it and see everything that has been done. So Peter, just share your screen and then demo the financial bits, the accounts receivable, payables, and those and the budget stuffs.
Okay. The screen. I think you disabled attendee screen sharing. I'll try to click on it. It's telling me host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Hello.
Can you go to that screen? Sherry, the man is talking about it, so you need to check it out.
Okay. So everyone, my name's Peter. As Evan said, I'm a developer. I've been developing ERP systems for the past 5 years, with the experiences both in Kenya, now you in Tanzania, and other countries all over. So the system is web-based, meaning you can access it remotely from wherever you are. So it supports the work at home principles that we all of us are embracing. Besides that one, it is also mobile responsive, meaning that you can use your mobile device to access the system. It will really fit in your mobile device and you can process all the transaction within the mobile device. So to log into the system, basically what you need is a web address. Somebody will give you an address, and then once you paste that address in the address bar, automatically to keep the home page. And this is the home page. Currently we are hosting it at this address, and this is the home page. Just customized based on your a few of the photos you got from your website. So basically we are going to log in. We will not look at many of the other features we have already implemented. We are going to focus only on finance, as Evan said. So I will log in. So I'm going to log in. Basically we use your email address, and the better part is to use your official email. The reason is because this system also supports alerts. So when you generate, like for instance, an invoice, you can send the respective, if you're a customer or a vendor or supplier, you can send him via email. It will attach a PDF of the invoice to the customer. Even the POs, when you are generating the POs, the same thing. So I'll go, if you want to go to main menus, you click here, and then it will load all the main menus available here. I've limited a few just to whatever we want to handle at this point. So what we have implemented currently, the warehouse is done. We've done the material request is done. We've done the project management. The accounting is done. The procurement is done. Fund management is done. The HRM payroll is done. The leave management is done. Recruitment is done. ICT. Yes. I hope I'm very audible. ICT help desk is done, and yeah, those are done. We're remaining with almost around 5 or 6 modules which can be completed in the next 1 or 2 weeks. And so what we need basically at this point, before I can dive into some of the functionalities, is data from you people. If anybody has a problem, please you should be open and raise it to us. Maybe you are not getting me, you can just do it in the chat so that I can get you. So I was saying that basically what we need from you people is data, and the data we need is like for instance, we need the data for the vendors, we need the data for the customers, we need the chart of account. When somebody, and then we also need the data for the leaves, the types of leaves that you people have, and also the number of days awarded for those leaves. And in accounting, you also need the data for the payment method, the banks that we are using for payment. So we just compile a list of all the data that we need, and then we share with you people. So basically, I'm going to focus on your business architecture, and as I shared with the Evans, one of the issue you want to address is project management and financing based on project management. So I'm going to dive into that one basically, and then see how we are going to manage our project and track all the payments that are affected, both the expenses and the revenues that are accrue from the project. So when you talk about the project, this is the module for project. So from here you can create all the projects that are being financed. I just picked a few by looking at the website, what I am World Bank finances, like climate change, land degradation, and biodiversity. So if I open, like for instance, this climate change, just a minute, I need to just click on edit. What's that? Yeah. If I open, for instance, the climate change, there are some few information that is needed. Maybe if you people have projects are managed by different individuals, the same thing is here. We have a project manager, and then we have the financier of the project, who is the customer. Like for instance, I have attached to World Bank. And the other thing about the project is what you call the analytic account. The analytic account is actually the account from which you are going to post all the revenues and the expenses as per this project here. From it, we can trace the profitability of the project. We see how we can address that one. Besides that one, also we can track the timesheets and the tasks. If we want to track also the tasks that will happen as per this project on daily basis, and we're supposed to do those tasks, we can also track those tasks and create worksheets, timesheets from it. And then if we also want to expense the timesheets, we can expense them. The other aspect about project is the documentation. All the documents that are submitted maybe for each of the project, you just create the document from here. You can say maybe there is a proposal, I don't know, just as a document, sample document, and then you upload your file from there, and then you save it. So when you come back to your project climate change, you see all the documents here. So you can upload as many documents as possible within there, so you can be able to track your documentation in the project. So, and when it comes to tasks, you can create a task for this project just by clicking here, tasks, and then you create a task. So I need to create the status first. Maybe it is in draft, and then let me say in progress, and then let me say these are just the task stages done. So I can create a task from here for this particular project. I just say maybe there's a task for let's say surveying, and then you can assign a person. You can still edit more information on the task for that particular project, who is assigned to, the deadline of the tasks, the categories. We can create categories here for the task, and then the description of the task from here. So that's as far as the task is concerned. Now I just want to focus on one of the main issue, which is finance in terms of project management. So we have created a project here. We have created the customer for the project, who is financing, and then we have also created the account where we are going to track the project expenditures and even the revenues that come in. So the next thing I'm going to show you is budget.
Hello.
Yes, come on.
Yeah. Can I just get one? Okay, I saw something just now, the one you left from before you came here. It was a question I wanted to ask, because I wanted to see something about if you are doing for custom for consulting. But I saw something there, the taxes, so I don't know. No, after the sheet, the next one you're going to.
You're talking about taxes?
Yeah, I saw something that the taxes, because for example, if you are going to you're going to hire a consultant, when you go through all of the bidding process and everything, the procurement process, and then when the person is being awarded the contract, when you turn to pay, there's a portion, I don't know, but I think I saw something that tax there. So when you are paying the person, that other the portion that is of the salary or the contract amount that need to be taxed or taxable. Is there a room for it?
Yeah, when you talk about procurement, I didn't want to handle procurement and all that from here. It is handled in purchases. There is always that provision available.
No, I'm not saying procurement. When you already procure the consulting, you got a consultant working, and after the person have worked and send a report and everything, you need to pay them. But when you finish putting the information in for them to pay, there's a portion there for tax. You have to deduct tax. Is there any portion because you have to deduct the person you will do the gross, take out the person net salary, and then take out the taxes from that payment? Is there any room created for the tax under the project side for
Yeah,
consultants?
yes, that is true. We already have that provision. You can create multiple taxes. Though I'm going ahead of myself, I will have handled it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have a place to create all that, and then you can also manage different types of tasks from here. Whichever, whether it is
Oh,
withholding
okay.
tax or all that, we can create it and then you
Yeah,
can
all right.
deduct from the invoice.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So let me just call. The next thing I wanted to show you is budget
The
management
reporting.
or procurement planning. Sorry, I'm at this point here. Budgets. There are so many other things I'll rush through, but I'm just focusing on the objective, because at the end of it, we need to
Okay.
manage project. So in budget
Oh,
management, this is where you plan how you are going to spend for a whole financial year. So you can, I just picked one of it, and then you can assign the budget items or the vote heads, and then how much amount you are allocating for each of the vote head. Like for instance, I have salaries and bonuses. I allocated that, all that, and then I also allocated for climate change. I gave it 3 million, and all that and everything.
okay.
So what happens is
Okay.
every time you do an invoice, whether it is a revenue coming in or an expense going out, and you attach to this budget item or board head, it will deduct and give you the percentage remaining
Yeah.
achievement.
Okay.
Hold on, Peter.
Yes.
Peter, hold there.
Yeah.
So, Elizabeth, you got that bit right.
Yeah, I got that point.
So at this point, you are creating a budget for let's say you are creating a budget for the year. Then you
Yeah.
have your components in the budget. So
Yeah.
whenever you are doing an expenses or money is coming in, you attach it to the budget, so
Okay.
that the figures here will automatically go up or come down.
Yeah, I know. But then
Alright.
the budget area you are referring to, when we have done all of the budget by project or whatever, but we have another component we call it, which is the internal budget. We allot for different departments. Will those department be placed under the same budgetary position?
Yeah, they will be defined in budgetary position. These are actually the departments in real essence.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can make them
Okay.
departments, and the other beauty about this system is that you can create multiple budgets. You are not restricted to
Okay.
create one budget and then create department. Create a diversity of budget, and it will still work.
Okay, because we got three segments of the budget. Well, we got the project, we got the GOL, and we got internal.
Yeah.
So that's what I was asking.
Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
next now is the invoices. So we have both the customer invoices and the vendor invoices. Vendor is expenses and customer the revenues. And basically what we need at the back of my mind, I'm talking about payables and receivables, because that was one of your requirements. When I talk about customer invoices and supplier invoices or bills, what in simple terms I mean are the payables and receivables.
Okay, now that two portion that you got, which is the revenue and the receivable, can you add another component where we have to do with liabilities?
Yes. So just come on again.
Liabilities.
Liabilities.
Why you call it almost like payables for you from your side is
They are liabilities. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are liabilities. Yeah, they are liabilities.
Yeah, so you can put that portion too.
So let me
Wait, Peter, just understand what the question she's asking you very clearly. she's requesting for something, right?
I'm saying to you, you got a revenue, you got receivable and revenue.
Yes.
So is there any means that we can do the liabilities too? Because we need check and balance where it will keep telling us the liabilities.
Oh, you want to see to track the liabilities?
Yes.
You can track the liabilities in the
Because
report.
we'll put the information in, but as time go, at least go no places, then we'll go there to check for, okay, I see edge like payable, okay, I seen it.
Yeah.
I see
Be-
receivable, I see payable, okay, all right.
yeah, because I will not talk about the reportings. One of the report is the balance
Okay.
sheet, yeah, and the profit and loss. Yeah,
Okay, all right, okay,
yeah,
okay. I
sure.
saw it. Okay.
So now let's assume maybe World Bank financed us 20 million USD for the project, let's say biodiversity. So I will create an invoice for the customers for World Bank, and then I select World Bank. From there, you can put the reference, you can put the invoice, the terms of payment if you have it. It's available. When are they going to pay us? All that.
Yeah.
And then the currency, the system support my currency. You can even still enable more currencies at this point. And then so I will add the product line, which is actually what we are invoicing. So I think it is by, if it's not there, you can still create automatically. Diversity, I just click create. Then it will create it. Now analytic account, remember, it is the budget account. To remember, it is also referring to the project.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the analytic account. So I've already created a biodiversity as a project. I'm going to just duplicate so we see what we are doing. If we go to project, you can see all those projects. We have one biodiversity here, and even climate change. So I'm just picking and assigning this invoice amount to biodiversity. So I put in the unit price the total amount that I received, 120. Let's say million or thousands. Now this is the place you can
Okay.
add more taxes.
Yeah. Yeah, that portion I was asking for, I see it. Okay, the taxes. Okay.
Yeah, so we can add more,
Okay.
depending. You can
Okay.
even
All right.
add multiple taxes to affect the same line of item.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then we save. So once we save, and then we post. So posting means you confirming that invoice. So there are two ways of receiving the payment. One way is just to register the payment directly. The system will automatically reconcile with the payment. If I click on register the payment, I'll just do both of them so that I can show you here. So you are capturing a payment. I've also added just some few banks, but you give me the right banks that you people are paying through. I just added these ones here. So you can say they are paying through this one. The amount is here. Maybe they are going to pay in phases. Like World Bank will always pay in phases. You can still, the invoice amount was 1.2 or 120 million, but now you can put the amount that was actually paid to us. And also you can change the payment date and also the currency if you so wish. And then validate. I'm assuming we just received all the amount. So I say it, pay it. Now, the other option will be now a situation where they pay the amount in the bank, you create the
Yes.
invoice, but now at time, maybe at the end of the month or whatever, the finance team will do reconciliation. So they come with the bank statement and they reconcile with whatever is in the system and they mark the invoice as paid. I hope you understand this one, especially the people in the finance.
Yeah, I'm sending you.
Yeah, sure. So for that aspect, now you create an invoice and then you post. Just create the invoice, World Bank, add the product. Let me pick the other product. We have land degradation. Land degradation. That is it. Pull the amount there. Remember the
budget,
project.
who is a analytic account.
Yeah, sure. So it's the analytic account, it is the project, it's also referring to the account where you are going to post.
Yeah.
So from here you put 120, let's say, let me pick another one, like 150, 123, 123. You can put the taxes, or let me just leave it, so that I have 15% task, and then I post. So if I want to do reconciliation from the bank statement, now I have here, if I go on the overview on the dashboard, I have the different banks here on the dashboard. So I will select the bank that I was paid through from here. I can decide any of it, even this one. So what I will do is just to, if I have the bank statement, I will import them. We just give you the format in which you can import, select it, and then pick the bank statement and then upload. So what will happen is, it's not going to upload because it's not the right format. I'm just going to create manually so that I can show you. So what will happen is, when you import the bank statement, it will come under here all the transactions. They will come under the line of items with all the reference. If there was a customer, it will put there, and then the amount. It may not be only the bank statement for World Bank. It may be a bank statement comprising of all your payables, vendors, and all your customers. So when you upload it, it will be all here. So now I'll say maybe this is, let's say this is January Rico. So I want to reconcile. So I'll look at the bank statement and say what is the starting balance on the bank statement. It was 500, let's say 500,000. What is the end statement? It is, let's say 1 million, whichever, that way. You can change the accounting date if you wish, no problem, then you save. So what we are going to do, if we import it automatically, all the bank statement lines will be here. But now I'm going to do it manually so that you can see it. Assuming this was by, the label was World Bank, and then the partner still was World Bank. Automatically it will pick when you import. The reference was KL bank reference there, and then the amount that was on that bank statement was, I just want to pick the correct amount that I've done here. So the system also support automatic reconciliation. That's just what I'm driving at. You don't need to reconcile manually on your oh, that was 150. So this is the one we've done, 150 million. So I'll come here and then I say that my bank statement was on. It may not be 150 million because we have the bank charges and all that. So it may be less or more than, it will be more, it may be more than whatever is captured, 150 million. So the system will add on the beginning and all that will summarize. And then we save. So once you save, you'll add all the entries from the bank statement. You can do manually or import all of them, and then they will populate there. Oh, my laptop looks like... A minute, let me just check my power. So now you click reconcile. So I just want to reconcile from the system. So automatically the system does very wonderful things. It suggests to you that this bank statement you created for 150,000, it has found an invoice 2021-002-150,000. So what you need to do is just to click validate. It suggests to you, then it will be reconciled, and then you say close statement. So you'll go through all the statement until you finish. So you need to make sure that the ending balance is the same as 150. This one, 150, 500, and then you validate. So that's as far as reconciliation is concerned. Now we have done we've received some money from the financial, which World Bank. We need to spend money. Maybe based on that project, they bought some stationery, they did this, they paid salaries based on the same project. So I'm just going to go to the vendors and do a bill. Actually, the right procedure is to do a PO And then once you do the PO, and then it will come to the vendors. Actually, that's what I'm going to do, so I can show you what happens, the interconnections. So maybe they did a quotation, they wanted to buy stationaries because they buy in bulk, and it was let's say it was Evans, who is our supplier for that particular project, and then it was stationary, or they bought a vehicle, whichever. Stationaries. So I create. So how many were the quantities? Let's say it was photocopying papers, whichever. There were 10 of them, 10 copies, and the unit price for each was, let's say, 50 is too much, $5. And then we save, and then we will confirm. Now we have the approval levels for the purchase orders. We have the creator, and we have also the purchase manager who is supposed to approve it. So the creator will not see this button confirm, but he can print the RFQ. And the other good option is to send the RFQ by email. You can send it by email, and then it will go to the user, to the supplier. So you don't need to print it out and all that. Automatically it comes. You can see there, Evans, the supplier, is an attachment request for quotation for that from Environmental Protection Agency. And then it will also attach the PDF of the document. Now you can just click send. It will go the way you are seeing here. It will also go to the email of the supplier. So the supplier will come back to you and tell, yes, we will supply. Because remember, the RFQ has no price. We just put the price, but it has no price. I'm just going to open it. And the good thing with the documents in this system is that they are already in PDF, just because of security purposes. So you can see just a request for quotation for those items. So he will quote, and then once you quote, you come and then you add the prices there. And then once you do that, the procurement manager will confirm the order. So when you confirm, the status will change to purchase order. So there is also a transaction for receiving directly is here in the warehouse. We're not going into that. We'll train the warehouse team. They already have a transaction on their dashboard for all the purchases that are being bought. Now, next thing is to create a bill. The accounts team to create an invoice for the same PO. You can create an invoice directly from here, or you go to accounting and then you attach this PO. So you create it from here. You just click here, and then automatically it will load the PO with all the information and everything as it is. Price 5. Oh, the quantities I didn't put. Let's say 10. And then to give the total, and then save. So if you create from here, if I go to accounting, I will see this bill here created. So let me go to accounting. I go to vendors. There's a bill there. It was for this one here in draft state, 57 and all that. We'll see this. Stationaries 50. Yeah, sure. So 57 plus the taxes. Now, after that, the accounts department will just post, and just like we did the customer invoice, you can either decide to register directly. When you register directly, is a situation where maybe like you receive the payment and you don't want to do the reconciliation with the bank. You just register automatically. You are sure you've already received the payment, and then you are just marking this invoice as paid. Can mark it as paid without going through the reconciliation process. But now if you want to go through the reconciliation process, leave the invoice as open, upload the bank statement from the bank. So I'm just going to go directly register payment. Or the other thing I'm forgetting is to attach it to the project here. So I'm going to attach to the project. Remember, I've already posted, so you can't edit. So but now I can reset it back to draft so that I can edit. And then now I can add my project. So the project was it land accreditation, World Bank? I guess so. And then you save. Remember, all these expenses you are incurring on the project. And then you post, register payment, and then validate the whole 57. So it goes to paid. Now let us look at the report of these projects, how it looks like right now. So you go to reporting.
Okay.
Yes, you go to reporting, and then you go to analytic report. Now you can see like biodiversity is here. I can click on it and then check at the entries to show me whatever is here. I think there's something that was wrong. Yeah, I'll need to check on it. And then like the one I did for, I think it can keep the right way for biodiversity, climate change. You can check on the entries. Yeah, like climate change, I did 3 million and then I expensed $100.
Yeah.
And then it gives you the remaining on the project.
For office table.
Yes. And the other thing is you can still export to Excel the report. So it will show you, but now it's summaries, balance for each of the projects. And now if you want us to attach it to the project items, you can still do that. You can preview and print in a PDF. There is it actually print in PDF. Still there. I told you most of the reports are in PDF.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is as far as project management is concerned. So from here now, at the back of your mind, you can still capture the other invoices that are not related to the project.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still the same process the way it is.
For it goes with the same as the ESIA, right?
Yes, just come on.
I'm saying the ESIA.
Yeah. So, Peter,
Yeah.
the ESIA is a unit. It's a unit in the EPA. They also have some projects and stuff to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I get your point. So it's like an operating unit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And those companies that we bill and then they pay, we give them receipt. So I'm asking, is the same process with them or is another process?
It's the same process. Actually, we have one data person to manage all of them. That's the beauty of this system. It support that multiple, whether you want multiple branches, multiple companies, or multiple whatever, to still support it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that is it. That's a simple. I don't want to dive into the other issues because we are prepared to the ones to present on the accounting based on project management. And from whatever I just presented to you, you can straight away know that you can work on any other expense or whatever revenue from it. The system will still support.
Okay, so what we are doing today was only the project management.
Okay, so Peter. Hello, Peter. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So, Elizabeth, are you okay with the project management bit, like the project management?
Yeah, the project management is okay, but what I want him to know that is not only the project management.
No, but what I want to know is that so far with the project management, how the project is created, how it is linked with accounting, and you'll be able to monitor from your end.
Yeah.
The purchasing of stars for the projects and everything, how you assign them to the projects and everything.
Yeah, and how payment is being done, I understood that.
Yes, so with the project bit, you are fine. You are okay with the project bit.
Yeah, I understood it.
All right. So the next thing is with the ESI.
Yes, that is one of the main component of EPA there.
Yes. So I think the ESI unit, when I came there, we couldn't meet ESI because they said there was going to be a change of manager or there was going to be a change in managerial positions in ESI. So we couldn't meet them. So can you briefly just let us understand?
Yeah, I can give you gist of the route, how a route.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Peter, I hope you are following what we are saying.
Yeah, right. I'm just even writing down.
Sure.
Yeah, so for the ESIA process, first thing is a communication that can be done from the proponent requesting for this ESIA process. Maybe if I'm leaving anything, or they will get a final detail from the department. But what I'm in the know of, that this is what I'm giving you now. There will be a communication from the proponent requesting for the ESIA process. When they have gone through all of the process, went through the assessment and everything, and then did a setting and all, then they conclude on that particular project and how much will be paid. Then they go through the bidding process. The bidding process can be that communication that will be sent to that proponent telling them we are undertaking XYZ, but this is the amount that you're supposed to pay as the ESIA fee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You getting me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it is like an invoice.
Mm-hmm.
Not invoice, rather it's like building. We building the component now. When that building is done, that communication comes to the finance office. Is the finance office now supposed to do the invoice to them?
Okay.
For payment? Yeah. Then when that invoice is being done from the finance office, that person will go pay the money and bring the deposit slip for receipt. Then we capture the payment where there are balances or there were full payment. We then capture it in the system and get the person a receipt. If there is a balance, we have space there for the balance. That we will be able to update the proponent that you have this balance and you need to pay XYZ.
Okay.
Yeah, then when we give them that receipt, the receipt goes down to the ESIA department stating that the proponent has paid this amount that was billed from the ESIA department. So then meaning that the ESIA department will look at that receipt and then issue the permit to the proponent.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the process.
Yeah, sure. I just picked it. I will define it, and then in our next meeting, it will be working actually.
Yeah, because it's very key to EPA. That's what we do.
Correct. Actually, I saw it online. I was just trying to imagine how it works, but I didn't want to put it until I get your observation, your point, how it works.
Okay.
So Peter, you got everything there.
Yeah, I've just written it down.
So first you do the building, from there you do the invoice and you do the receipt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you should know that
when payment is done, then you issue the receipt.
Okay.
Yeah. So you will know how now to structure it.
Okay.
But first thing, the bidding comes from the host department, which is the ESIA, and then come to the finance office for invoice.
Okay. I get your point. Yeah. I will enable that feature. I think we developed it. I'll just enable it and then do some few changes here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Evans?
Yeah. So Elizabeth, any other thing?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, there's another component. I don't know. Maybe you created it. I don't know. Maybe when we're going through the general tutorial, you will come to it. But I wanted to know the GOL side of the revenue that we normally receive. I don't know whether you have done that too.
Revenue you receive from?
From GOL, the government.
From the government. That one you just do an invoice. You receive an invoice directly.
No, it's a budget. Just what you see is a budget process. So when our budget is being approved by the house,
yes,
and it come to us, and it's being committed, and then we want to get that money out. We get it through finance ministry, but we want to know whether we can capture it, because we can do a consolidated report which gave us the GOL and the internal plus the project. So if we are requesting for it from MFDP,
yes,
I want to know how do we put that information in our system, although we'll be sending hard copies to finance ministry for them to pay us, but then we gotta be reducing our appropriation on our side here. So will you be able to create that portion that has to do with the GOL, where when we give it, we will put the total appropriated amount for the budget year and needed by adding stationary, basic salary, or it's equal compensation. You got few, all the ones that I can come for final administration will be able to put it in the system. Then as we charging it, as we requesting it, our budget will be depleting. Can we put that into?
A GL. Okay, sure. I'll look into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll look into that
Because
one.
the reason I'm saying it, when we reporting for the month or reporting for the quarter, is a consolidated report that we do. So if we got a GOL insurance within the system, when we do all of those reports or all of those requests that will be requested to GOL, when GOL pay, like for example, they pay the monthly salary, all of those transactions, financial transactions that will be done. When we ready to do the final report, we need to do a consolidated report. But if we don't have the GOL portion within the system, it will give us tough time to do the report. That's what I'm asking you about.
Yeah, I get your point. I get your point. We just define
Yeah.
that GL accounting to track the budgeting
Yeah.
amount
The
side.
budget.
Yeah.
Because when we do the it's a holistic budget that we can do annually. Within our budget, you will see GOL portion, you see EPA, then you see project.
Yeah, sure. I get your point.
Yeah. So, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. I get it.
Okay.
Anything else that one already captured?
That's one of the main concern now.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the two major things that you need to look at to put in the system. It's not only project.
Yeah, this
We
one.
got the ESIA left over, and we got the GOL.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This
those
one
are the two different
in our next
accounts that you do.
in our next presentation, I'll present it to you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Peter, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can get you, Evans.
Yeah. So, Elizabeth, if I get this whole thing, a summary of this whole thing is the fact that you you are okay with the project bit, but you need us to look into the ESI
Correct.
and
Yeah.
then ESI and
The
then
ESI and the GOL
and
portion.
the government of Liberia portion.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is that all from the finance bit?
Yeah, so far right now is because he in that area he had it he and you got it asset and you got it HR area, right?
Yeah, we have the assets. We have those parts. We are done. We are done with that part.
Okay.
The HR area. What we needed, which we've not gotten yet, is the types of leaves and the number of days assigned to each of the leave days, which we requested on the 7th of December. Up to now, we've not gotten that yet. We also need the employee details, right? And
Okay, he said come again because I want to jot it down and tell. I don't know whether Mr. Kawa is on the line. Mr. Kawa? Mr. Kawa there? The manager for administration, is he online?
Mr. George, I don't think Mr. George is on the online.
Okay, so can you come up with your bullet points so I can put it down? You said
We said we need the types of leave
okay.
and the number of days for each type of leave.
Only leaves, right?
Yeah, the leaves. So maternal leaves, how many days for maternal leaves? We don't. So we need to know the types of leave of EPA and the number
Yeah.
of days for each type of leave.
Okay.
Then
Then the next one.
the next one is employee details.
Oh, okay. Employee details. Okay.
I don't know. The HR is still asking me what I mean by employee details, but I thought it was straightforward enough. Employee details. I don't know if you are employing somebody in EPA. Maybe you need the name, the address, whatever it
The
is.
date of, you need a date of birth,
Yes,
the name, the date of birth, the qualification.
yes. The
Those are
resume.
the those are the employee details, right?
Yes, those are the employee details. So I need to know exactly what is required per EPA.
Okay. So then another thing under the HR I wanted to ask. We have something that has to do with the insurance. We have staff insurance. So when you are setting on a template or whatever format, when she gave you all of those details, I want you to have portion there for the insurance, because you got a tax, you got the income tax, you got a NASCAR, then you got the insurance. So that one is not only GOL, it's for EPA portion. So when you're setting it up, those are the title bars that you need to include.
That is for the employee details.
Yeah, those are okay. Those fall under the employee detail, right?
No, I am asking why it should be.
Yeah, it can also be under employee detail, because when you get a gross salary, you have a gross salary, you start to do the deduction. Those title bars is what I'm referring to.
And but I thought those ones are supposed to be in the pay slip, the payroll.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, that one see. So those information that the HR provided you, maybe it's there. So if they're not there, that's why I just trying to pinpoint them.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So one other
Okay.
thing we need to have from the HR is the income tax calculation.
Yes, the income tax calculation, and also the tax, the NASCAR tax deduction, the private insurance.
Those deductions are done from the salaries, right?
Yeah, it can also be done. Every one of them can be done from the gross. Then before you get a net.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
those information are supposed to be on the payroll. Uh,
Yes, they
and
are.
Peter,
Yeah.
can you just take us to the payroll? Let me show her something.
Okay. So I'll log out and log in as admin, because this user doesn't have payroll rights. Oh,
Hello. Okay, let's see.
okay.
Just open one. Yeah. So, Elizabeth, if you are watching the screen very well, you realize that for this is a payroll for an employee.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have you see the income tax here is 0.0 because we don't know the tax calculation for income tax yet.
Yeah, we'll give it to you. I will let her know.
Yes, so it's one of the things that we have requested from the HR. So we need to know the income tax calculation, how it is done.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we need to know how the calculation is done so that we will input it on the system.
Okay.
So whatever deduction that is supposed to be there, right? Whatever deduction that is supposed to be there, we need to know so that we put it on the system for payroll. Currently, we all, Peter, let me show her the fields that we have for the income tax. The fields for the deduction.
I feel for the deduction.
Yeah.
It's locking me out because I've already logged in as another user.
Income tax, Social Security.
Should I print the payslip and then we look at it?
Yeah, print the slip and let's look at it.
This one is not computed. Yeah.
So Elizabeth, you
Yeah.
see, currently we have this. This is a person, say an employee. The name is administrator. So for this employee called administrator, this is what we have been given. So the person's basic salary, which is the gross salary, is 30,000. And now there's a social security tax.
Yeah. No, the income tax come before the Social Security.
Yeah, I think we need that computation for income tax so that it can appear here.
Yeah.
It's not here. We not
Okay.
yet
Yes,
got the
yes,
computation.
because we don't have it. That is why it is not here.
Yeah, that is what I'm telling you. Okay, I will get it done. So the income tax, after the income tax, then you get the social security. Then after the social security, now then where you get a private insurance which is being paid by your own entity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you
So
get
so that means we need the insurance. The
yeah.
insurance that you're talking about, is it a fixed amount or a percentage?
It's a percentage from the EPA. I'm talking about the social security. The social security is a fixed amount from GOL. But from in-house is 25% off your gross.
So that means that insurance, Peter, I hope you are getting it.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Eh?
What do you say is the name of the insurance again?
Mutual benefit.
Sure.
Mutual benefit.
Yeah.
So mutual benefit is 25% of the gross.
Yeah.
So you 25% is deducted from the gross for the as mutual benefit.
Yeah.
Then before you have the income tax.
No.
No, I mean
The income tax comes before the social security. Then after the social security, then you got a mutual benefit.
yeah. So what I mean is that
Whatever it is, but all of those taxes come from the gross.
yes, that's what I mean.
Whatever way you place it, it comes from the gross.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to arrive at. So the mutual benefit, we have the income tax, the social security. These are the deductions that are made.
Yeah.
But we make provision for medical insurance.
No, but that medical insurance is what we call a mutual benefit for us.
Really?
Yeah, it's strictly for EPA. 25 coming from the GOL. That is the GOL portion.
Okay.
That your medical benefit, yeah.
So there's nothing like medical insurance. You have mutual benefit.
No, excuse me, it's the same medical benefit, but the company name is called mutual benefit, but we can change the name, say medical benefit, move the mutual from there, no problem.
Okay, so mutual benefit or medical benefit, right? Medical benefit.
Yes, yeah.
Is 25% of the gross.
Yeah.
Peter, you got that?
Yeah, I got written it.
You have to rename the medical insurance to medical benefit.
Okay.
And it's going to be 25% of the gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, so I mean, right now, what we need right now is the income tax calculation, how it is done.
Yeah, the income tax calculation and even the social security.
I think the social security.
Okay.
The social security tax. I think we were given how it is calculated, right, Peter?
Yeah.
But I see something here on the spread here. You got medical insurance.
Yes, that's what we're saying. So
yeah, but again, remember that's it, medical insurance. But I was just giving you the company name. That's all, the company that we got a contract with.
Oh, okay. The company that you have the contract with, that's the
the company name I was calling, but it's there. The medical benefit are the same thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we can leave the medical
but
insurance.
The only thing I don't see here is that when you put it, you need to include the income tax.
Yes. And we are saying the reason why it is not there is because we don't know it yet.
Yeah, you don't know the calculation, but you can place the name. And anyway, maybe you want to get a calculation before you include the name.
Yes. Yeah, we can include it there. But even
include it there before you can get a calculation, a table, because it's a table.
Yes. So right now, fine. But we are saying the medical insurance is 25% off the gross.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That is okay, because and I think it's something new that you introduced, right?
No, we had it before, but then when the harmonization took effect, there where we paused on it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's something that we have been doing. has been doing that, but because of the harmonization, we have to pause to wait and see.
Okay, so I think he has just added the income tax there.
Yeah,
I will
okay.
arrange later.
Yes.
But it's just simple to add. I just removed it because server is nini. I think it's because I've opened this one in a different account.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talking on? You go ask any question, you answer. Well, I don't understand why Miss. Let me call Mr. Paul.
Not yet coming. To come. So I'll arrange later. It's come. Seen it? Evans?
Yeah. So
I'll
I'm
do the
hearing you.
arrangement later.
Sure, that's fine.
Hello?
Yeah, I'll do the arrangement later. So it has come. Yeah.
Yeah. So Elizabeth, so those are the things that we need right now. Uh, but as you work to get us the HR requested files that we requested from the HR, we will finish. We'll try and finalize the accounting bit with the ESI and then the GOL bit.
Okay. Oh, so once I get them from her, then I will tell and file to let you people know, then we can send the information.
Sure, that is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that is fine.
Oh, okay.
Is Mr. Stokan still on the line?
I wouldn't know. Soka? Jeremiah Soka? Are you there?
Controller, I'm listening to you, man. You're doing very well. That's why I don't want to interrupt. Hello? Hello?
Eh?
I said you're doing so well, I don't want to interrupt. You got any question for me? No, but you're doing well. You know, if you are not doing well, I'll be talking, but I'm following everything.
Oh, okay. Because you're so quiet, that's why.
No, I decided to be quiet because the controller is in charge and is doing excellently well.
Well. Okay.
Come here, don't worry, I'm following.
All right. Okay. Okay, so Peter,
Yeah.
those requests that you put in, I'm going to make sure that I will get it from the HR.
Yeah.
And then we can get to it in subsequent time.
No problem.
Okay.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Evans.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So Mr. Sokan, so what it is right now is that virtually, as Peter said initially, we are left with just some few things to do. Then we are done with the whole system, right? But then, as I said, right now that we are done with controller, we'll do the input that we had just to finalize the HR and then the
Okay. So excellent, guys. I mean, I see that you're making progress, and like you indicated, for us now, you know this thing, we got to try it, and then we got to see the report that is generated, and probably if some other things to be added, we will. But again, I like the level of progression, and I like how things are moving. So let's see in the next few weeks and see what if we can put some boots on the ground.
Sure, sure. Actually, I think few weeks are just too much. We just finish these things first, and then. So what I want to do right now is that after we are done, we've done the input and it is done. I'm going to send an invite to a couple of your team members, like yourself, and maybe the IT team, so that they'll also go through what we will show them what we have gone through, what we have done. They can also go through just to familiarize themselves with the system before we even start with normal training.
It sounds like a plan to me. Welcoming.
Sure.
All
Thank you
right.
very much for your
Yeah,
time.
thank you, guys.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Evans, and thank you, Controller. Good job.
All right, thank you, so Kanzu.
Okay.
Can I have the recorded video of this session?
Yeah, I mean, you talk to VAR. VAR should be able to provide that to you.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sasa kukohoa inaingianaje na magoti?
Zile pepo mchafu, hivyo Yesu akamponya hata akaweza kusema na kuona.
All the people were astonished and said,
watu wote wakashangaa na kusema,
could this be the son of David?
Je, yawezekana huyu ndiye mwana wa Daudi?
But when the Pharisees heard this,
lakini Mafarisayo waliposikia jambo hili,
they said,
wakasema,
it is only by Beelzebul, the prince of demons, that this fellow drives out demons.
Mtu huyu anatoa pepo wachafu kwa uwezo wa Beelzebubu, mkuu wa pepo wachafu.
So this is what Jesus was going through.
Hivyo basi hiki ndicho Yesu alikuwa anapitia.
A tremendous